What's going on, folks? You know, I want to give a godly message, right? I want to help clear things up. You know, I want to show you how they flip things, right? How they change the story. Let me explain geography. Right, see, people don't believe me when I say America is the real promised lands. America is the real Israel, right? So let me explain. Above the land of Israel is the land of Canaan, aka Canada, right? The Canaanites, right? So above America is what? Canada, right? The Canaanites. So, right, what did God say? Make the promised lands like the tabernacles, right? Inner, outer, and holy, right? 3 sections of the tabernacle. 3 sections of America: south, central, north, right? So let's get into it some more. It says, I'm gonna tell you how they did it, right? America is still flourishing. America still has an abundance of oil, right? The Middle East does not. That's because the Middle East is not the Middle East. The Middle East is actually the Middle West. We are East. America is the Eastern Star, right? America is the Eastern Star, right? The Midwest is dry. They're out of oil, right? So really, if we go west, we run into the east, right? So if we go west, in theory, we could hit the Middle East, right? So because we're the east, they're the west, right? So they're the west, we're the east. So really, we're the Middle East, because if we go west, we run into the Middle East. You see what I'm saying? So they try to flip it. They try to steal our promised lands. So we are actually the real Israelites, America. All right, so the Middle East is a fraud. So actually, we're the Middle East. We're the ones still flourishing. We still have green lands, right? We still have green lands, trees. They're the dry ones. They're the ones who are barren. The desert's barren, right? No water, no oil, no none of that. So where are they getting their oil from? They're getting their oil from us. They just try to flip the script. So let me explain a little bit more, right? The sun shall set in the west, right? What is set? Set is another term for Satan, right? Set's another name for Satan. The synagogue of Satan is with the Jews, right? The Jews are in the west, not the east. We're in the east, right? We're Christians, right? We're the rising star. We're the Middle East. We're the rising star. We're the east. They're the west. They're the Satan. They're the set, right? They set. They're going down. We're coming up. America's coming up. They're going down. So they're set. We're the rising star. America's the rising star. Israel and Jerusalem's the fallen one. We're the Middle East. They're the Midwest. We're still green. They're barren. We have oil. They don't. We have water. They don't. You understand me? Holla at your boy, real disciple. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than a disciple, though. So like I said, don't let these people fool you, man. Don't let these people fool you. We are the real Israel. America is the real promised lands. They're not going to steal our promised lands.